Every AI tool you actually like lives on someone else's server and you have to pay for using it. Now, PewDiePie, the YouTuber, just pushed back on that and launched his own AI platform called Odysseus, which runs LLM Chat App like Claude and Gemini locally on your computer for free. And it's become quite a news, so I thought I will give it a try and see how it goes. In this video, I'm going to show you what Odysseus actually is, how it works under the hood with a demo, and the one design decision that makes it different from ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini. Open models aren't good enough yet. But that's not the real problem. So let's actually talk about the actual problem with AI first. Now, most people think the barrier to local AI is the model. My GPU isn't big enough. Well, open models aren't good enough yet. Those are things that are in people's minds, but that's not the real problem. The real problem is the experience around those models. The models you can run at home are genuinely getting better. They're good now. What's missing is everything that makes the cloud tools feel like magic. It is the persistence memory, the research, the agents, the clean interface. That gap is exactly what PewDiePie is trying to hit. In his own words, he tried to self-host AI and it felt like taking a step backward. So that's why he went and built the missing layer himself and called it Odysseus. Okay, so let's see it in action now. I am in Odysseus GitHub repo, which has become very, very popular. This is the main page, the self-hosted AI workspace. It covers a lot of features. It has the chat interface, the agents, the cookbook, which scans your hardware and recommends which models you can run. You can do deep research. You can compare different models. You can have your own documents and write to them. You have memory, emails, and lots of other things, which we are and lots of screenshots of what you will see in the quick start. This is where there are real instructions to get started. It's recommended to put it in a Docker container. What I am doing is actually just looking at the instructions and going to give it to Claude Code to start looking at those instructions and install it for me. So Claude starts to install. I've given it be very careful. I've given it a repo to work in, a specific folder, and as it is going through the Odysseus repository on GitHub, it is asking me for permissions to access my computer to see where it wants to download and start running it. After running a few things in the background, Odysseus is finally installed. I really literally did not have to lift a finger with Claude Code running it for me. And once I have it running, I see the Odysseus main page with username and password showing up there. Now, I am not sure what the username and password is. What is the admin information that Claude has used to set this up? So I'm going to be this dumb user and ask for, wait, what are those usernames and passwords? Did you set them up? It should ideally, like if you're doing this really, really safe, your .env, your virtual environment should have those usernames and passwords, and you should be setting them up there. I'm just running a demo, so I'm going to show you something super quickly and simple, and you could literally follow what I'm doing in your home computer as well. But just make sure this is a security warning. Be safe, be secure, and do not share your password with anyone. Okay, again, I tried a few times. The password that it showed didn't quite work, so then I asked again, and when I did, it asked me to rerun and gave me a different password. So when I rerun Odysseus and used that password, it worked, and from there on, I am in. This is the Odysseus interface, and it starts to look pretty cool. Now I'm exploring. On the left, we've got search, the chat interface, which is the new chat. We'll come back to it. The search, the email, and we can set those up. I'm not doing that right now. The tools inside that, we've got brain and calendar and deep research. You could do all of that deep research in there. I'm just checking out some different settings here. And then let's set up the model. We don't have a model yet, so I'm going to actually deploy a local model. You could set up an API key with, but you know, what's the point? I could give it my Claude API key, but I'm really trying to set this up locally. So I go to my Ollama models and look for Gemma 4. Gemma 4 is the free model. I kind of actually like the performance of this model. I use it very often. So I take that and I give it to Claude Code and in a new session, and I ask it to run that command to see. I do think I have Gemma 4 already installed, but I want to make sure that it is there. So I'm just going to go to Claude Code and ask it to help me deploy and install Gemma 4 with this command that we got from Ollama. Again, it's going to go ahead and do that for me and ask for obviously instructions to make sure that it is working in the same folder. I always do that. And once it is there, it found that it is already there. And all I need for my setup with Odysseus is the endpoint. So I'm asking explicitly for what that endpoint is. I'm taking that endpoint, copying it, and putting it into our Odysseus interface to add the model. And again, we don't have the API key, and that's it. I just added the model and it starts to show up in my models. Now, at this point, I can just test it out. I'm going to say hello and see how it does. Now, this is exactly the problem that I feel local models have sometimes when you're running them in not a lot of hardware assigned to them. This is going to reply in a little bit of time. So I'm going to speed this up, but it does come back and give me a decent reply for the hello, that I'm here, and then I'm asking it to do something super simple. Can you write a beautiful poem for me on cats? And it does an amazing job. It writes the poem, which is why I think for normal normal functions, you may want to just use Gemma for. There's also, I think, a newer version now which you can use. And then I go back and start to explore a few more things. So you can look at the brain, you can add your own memory. Like if you had your Obsidian information, you could add that in here. You could import or export this memory. You can create your own memory from scratch. You can compare two models. I only have Gemma 4 in here for this demo, but if you wanted to compare two models, you could do that. All right, with that, I will leave you to explore more of this yourself, and let's get into the wrap up. So back to where we started. My view on Odysseus is that it is pretty useful for having a local LLM chat that really covers the most of the system around the work, which is agents, memory, research, etc. And I can see why it's becoming so popular. It is MIT licensed and free, so you can actually build on it and make it your own with features and functions that you need to work with these models. If you've self-hosted a model before, tell me in the comments which one was it and what was your experience. Will you ever use Odysseus or something like that? If you like this video, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And I am sure you're going to like my other videos on AI agents here. I look forward to seeing you there.